Plaza here in LaGrange, Kentucky. It's LA at Lunch, starring Eric Lutz. And now, here he is. Please welcome Eric Lutz.
LA at Lunch.
Now it's time for hashtag LA Home Challenge.
So each week, we are going to have a LA Home Challenge where we are going to challenge you to do something around your house and send us a video of it. This week's LA Home Challenge is to see how many t-shirts you can put on at one time. I put on 12. I dare you to beat that. Our guest today is Mackenzie, the female Durbin. Give it up for Mackenzie, everybody. Welcome. Hey, welcome to LA at Lunch. Yes, you can sit up there. Hey, Mackenzie, for those of our viewers that maybe don't know you, who are you and how are you connected to our student ministry?
I am a leader for the sophomore girls, but most importantly, I'm married to the infamous Cameron Durbin, who you guys see MC a lot of Wednesday nights.
There you go. Nice. Hey, we've been talking about being a part of our crash plan and studying how Jesus crashed into people's lives. I'd love for you to share a little bit of your crash story. How did you first meet or get introduced to Jesus?
I actually grew up in Southeast and have known who Jesus is my whole life, but I did not ever have to make my relationship with Jesus personal until I was in high school and had to start making decisions for myself. And that's when it became more about me and him and not about what my parents were asking me to do. And I definitely had a lot of ups and downs with Jesus through high school romantic relationships, through bad circles of friends, bad decisions I made. But each time, God really led my steps into walking me out of that and just drawing me closer to Him and what He wants me to do and the way that He wants me to live.
That's great. So I think what's encouraging to hear that is that, you weren't perfect immediately when you decided to start taking stuff seriously. Is that right?
Still not.
Still not. Yeah, me either. Okay, good. But what was that like to kind of be going back and forth and I want to be fully bought into Jesus? As I knock over my pins, I want to be fully bought into following Jesus, but still feeling maybe that tug from some of those other influences and stuff in your life. How did you kind of come to grips with that?
It was hard. It was definitely hard, especially with the influence of my friends, and they weren't bad influences, but they definitely weren't always prioritizing my time with Jesus over my time with them. And so it was a trial and error of figuring out, what was the truth and what were the truths that the world was trying to tell me, which were lies. And it took a lot of messing up and finding myself on my bedroom floor, on my knees, just realizing, that I wasn't making the choices that I wanted to make, and just asking God over and over again, I'm sorry, please forgive me for this. And, each and every time He met me the same as He did the first time, and very gently and graciously pulled me back in His Word and just on the right path.
That's great. So, I'm sure you at times maybe felt alone in that journey a little bit. Did you have anyone that was maybe older than you, or just someone that was that was maybe a little bit further down the road in following Jesus, that was able to encourage you or just kind of help you on the way?
Actually, I did not have one specific person.
So not one, but
not
maybe
one.
several?
Yeah, but it's interesting when I go back and look, seeing how it's specific seasons, God would use like one conversation with someone that I looked up to, not necessarily a consistent relationship at all, but it would be one small conversation or word of encouragement week by week that just kept pushing me back when I'd start to veer off. Mm-hmm. And I may have not actually reciprocated that and told them like, oh, thank you, that's exactly what I needed to hear. But and they don't know, they don't even have any idea the impact that it made, but it made a huge difference in his. I never would have thought that I in high school I'd be leading high schoolers at 24, but here I am.
No, it's great, and you do such a great job. So maybe let me ask you this to kind of wrap up. What would be your encouragement to the students? Maybe they are in the same spot that you were in high school. What would your encouragement be as they continue to pursue following Jesus?
My biggest encouragement would be that the places that you've messed up and that you've made the wrong decisions, or you've just made some bad choices. They aren't gonna scare your leaders away. They're not going to intimidate, these mentors that really want to hear what you have to say and want to encourage you in that. And that really opening up to someone about that, it crushes you into Jesus, because the grace that God has given your leaders will meet you when you choose to open up and just really share those things, because getting those things out into the light and into the open will pull you to Jesus.
No, that's great. So let me encourage you guys. If this is your first time watching, or if you've been part of our student ministry since the get-go, I encourage you to think about, how can I open up with someone that's around me? If you're sitting at home right now or wherever you're at watching this, we would love to hear from you. Just message us on any of our platforms. Message one of your leaders. Don't miss out on an opportunity to open up and to share kind of what you're wrestling with, and allow God to use someone else to help you. So, Mackenzie, thanks so much. You did awesome. Appreciate you being here. And everybody give it up for Mackenzie Durbin. Thanks for joining us for LA at Lunch. We say something around here all the time. You belong here. And we really mean that. We're so glad that you joined us. But we know that there's lots of other students and lots of other people around you that may not know about this church or about this place. And so we want you to invite them to be part of what we're doing here. We want you to tell others you belong here. And one of the best ways you can do that is to echo this out and to share this video, to share the other ways that we are trying to connect with everybody during this crazy time. You belong here. We'll see you next week.